Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm going to show you a couple things today. And guess what? I'm going to show you nothing that I bought. I have no new purchases. Isn't that interesting? I never do videos where I don't do, where I say, hey, this is what I bought, this is what I picked up. This is a rare video where I've got nothing that I've bought that's new to me to show you. So anyway, I'm going to show you a couple things about Magic. You could even invest in Magic and make some good profit off of Magic investments. It's not as good as Pokemon. That's why I stopped over a couple years ago. I stopped buying Magic and I put my money into Pokemon because Pokemon is way more powerful. And I'm going to show you something at the end of the video that will probably blow your mind. And it's about Pokemon. So first I'm going to start with Magic and then I'm going to go into Pokemon. Okay, so a few years ago, I decided to buy this, which I've showed you before, but I'm going to show you again. And I was looking at some SAGA graded cards, and I picked this Urza SAGA booster box up. Let me shut the shades. Let me get rid of that glare. There we go. So anyway, I was watching these booster boxes, and as you can see, it shows you that on 3/24 of 20, that's just 1 year ago. I thought it was 2, it's 1. I paid $2,900 for this SAGA box. It's worth $4,000 at the time, maybe $4,500, okay? Let me take it off the plastic. I'm going to leave it in the case. So this is a sealed box of SAGA, and the reason why I'm showing you this is because at the time I said to myself, I better buy this before it shoots up, because if you wait, it ends up being a lot more money. And that's exactly what I did. I'm going to open those blinds again to get more light in here. Yeah, that's better. So, this is an awesome set. Years ago, I bought about probably anywhere from 10 to 20 boxes of these. Opened every single one because I couldn't stop myself, because I wanted the cards that were inside. Okay? So this Urza SAGA box that I just showed you, I paid $2,900 for. Look what one just sold the other day. Yeah. $12,600 in 1 year. Okay? There's one left on eBay, and its price is $15,000. That's pretty damn good. And that's the reason why I bought that, because I know people are going to want it, and people can't stop cracking these things open because I want Gaia's Cradle and the other power cards in there. This was an awesome set, okay? And it's hard not to break it open. So I'm going to keep this for a long time, but I just want to show you $2,900, and now it's worth a lot more. So that's one of my Magic investments. So around that time, I was buying some Arabian Nights cards. 8, look at that, 9.5. And see, I paid, look at this, I paid $9.50. Let me open it up and see what my little sticky note says in here. Paid $9.50. Oh, I didn't put a date on it, darn it. It was like 1 to 2 years ago. I'll take it out of the sleeve so you can see it. So this is an 8. $950. Go look at what 8s are now. They've gone up. But 9.5s have skyrocketed. I probably paid like either $2,000 or 2019 or 2020. I probably bought this right around then. Okay. So anyway, here's I got two 9.5s, 2 of them. This one I paid $2,000 for, and this one I paid $2,100 for. 9.5s. It's almost impossible to get a 10 out of Beckett. 9.5s are very similar to a PSA 10, although I'd rather have a PSA 10. Even though I don't like the way the cases look, there's all these inconsistencies. Like, I like the way the case looks on this, but sometimes these cases have imperfection where the PSA doesn't. And these cards are all going up. So I was buying these cards, okay, and I was buying these cards around the same time because Arabian Nights, you can't find a booster box, and if you did, somebody's going to want like $300,000 for it. So you're better off buying the singles. Like, for instance, Antiquities has basically two good cards out of the set. One is that one, and the other is this. So and people were wanting $30,000 for a booster box. So I was picking up these cards, and at the time there was like, if you do a search on eBay, you'll get like maybe 50 cards. Some of them weren't really that, so maybe like 30 cards were there. Now that search has gone down in the teens. It might show up as 20 or 30, but there's really only like half of that because there's junk on the listing that doesn't count. But these cards have skyrocketed. This one here, I paid $1,700 for it, and at the time I said it was probably worth like $4,500, like maybe a month after when I wrote that sticky note. Go look at what these are worth now. A graded 9.5, and this was an awesome pickup. You never see 10s of these. These are some of the I probably have maybe 8 of these candelabras, and they're impossible to find centered correctly. They're almost all off-centered. Finding a 10 is like impossible, so I bought it. Look what I paid for it. What a deal, right? $1,500. This card's probably worth $15,000 now, in my opinion. PSA 10 Candelabra of Thanos. I'll probably never sell this. I picked up a Jazin, and these are hard to find. See, when these cards came out, people played them, so it's hard to find them in great condition. That's a 9, okay? So that means it probably came out of the pack and went right into a top loader, because that's the grade you get. If you even touch them very much, you'll get a lower grade. It'll be like 8.5 or 8. It'll just start going down the chain. So I picked up this too. I probably paid $2,000 or $2,500 for this. There's no note on it. I have to go look it up. But anyway, these cards have all gone up in just a year. People like I was picking these up before Rudy mentioned anything about these, because I knew these were going to go up eventually, but they were going up slowly. And then all of a sudden Rudy talked about them, and then they shot up, and then they became like ultra scarce on eBay. I picked this up. I paid $2,000 for it, I think. Yeah, $2,000. This has not gone up that much. Well, no, I'm wrong. I thought this was a library, but it's not. It's the Tabernacle. I don't know what this has gone up. I haven't looked lately, but I'm sure it's a lot more. That's what I paid for it in 2018. I have no idea what it's worth now. You'd have to look it up. Where's my candelabra? I mean, my, there it is. My library. This is one of my favorite cards. I consider this one of the power cards. This has not gone up that much compared to the other things. And it's still an Arabian Night card, you know? So, in my opinion, there's not that many cards out of the Arabian Night sets that are that great either, you know? I mean, like, cards of this caliber, like this, and this, and this. The 3 top cards out of that set. So anyway, I just want to show you what these are worth and how they've gone up, okay? I know this is sort of a Pokemon channel, but I do magic stuff every now and then. So anyway, remember the other day, I got one more thing before I show you the most expensive stuff. So remember I was showing you the ISBN codes, okay? So check this out, right? So I was looking at some stuff on eBay, and I see this guy selling this box. And this box has this code on it. It's Team Up. Look at that code. That's 81194 for a Team Up. And he calls this a replica box. Team Up is right here. You know what actually the number is for? I think it's Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon base. What did I say it was? There it is, Sun and Moon. They put Sun and Moon's I can't say that, the number on a Team Up. ISBN, there it is right there, ISBN. They put Sun and Moon 81194 on the Team Up box. And that's how you know it's fake. But they're even going to that lengths. You know? I just want to show you that, like, it's rare to find a fake that has that number on. Even though it's wrong, it still has it. And this is what the box looks like. It's got no Pokemon symbols on the clear plastic, so that's a giveaway that it's fake. But it's hard to find. It's hard to protect yourself from fakes. You know, so your best bet is when the set first comes out, buy a bunch of it, okay? And then if you want to pick up stuff later, be very careful so you don't buy a fake. That's my advice. And that's why I did all these codes, so you know what they are. Check one of my previous videos if you want to see those codes. I have a Sun and Moon base here. Yeah, here's a Sun and Moon base. A real one. That doesn't say Team Up on it. I got so much stuff. I got these out of the safe. Because I'm going to show you something. Over the Easter weekend, I'm discussing this stuff with my family members at Easter dinner, right? And I'm telling them, and they're like talking to me, and they're like, "How do you know Pokemon is just not going to be a fad like Beanie Babies or other things that have not stuck around?" And I told them, well, because Pokemon has a card game, movies, cartoons, toys, and video games, and it's the #1 franchise in the world. That's why Pokemon is an awesome investment. So I told them, if I sell one of these boxes that you see right now, if I would sell one of these boxes, either one of them, I'd get back all the money I ever put back into Pokemon. And everything else would be free. Both of these are first editions. There's a Neo Genesis first edition sealed box. I'll show it all to you. Here's what it looks like. And that's what the back looks like. So if I sold either one of these, I'd get all my money back. And here's the Destiny one. I bought these in like, what, the 2000 year? 2000 even? Should have bought more. It's impossible to find first edition. We opened some of the unlimited. Neo Destiny, Neo Genesis, okay? So I told my relatives, I go, why would I want to sell this? They go, well, sell it, sell it, sell it. That's what everybody tells you. When you tell people how much this stuff is worth, they're like, sell it. I would sell it, because all they care about is the money. They have no clue about this stuff, about the memorabilia, the collectibles, nostalgia, all that stuff, right? So I'm like, if I would sell this, because one of these just sold for $60,000 plus, and I think they're on eBay for $100,000. Same thing with this, you know. These are basically $100,000 each, okay? If I would sell these, I'd get $100,000 now. But if I wait, I'll get even more money out of them. And they're scoffing at this stuff. My relatives like, whatever, you know. I'm like, you know, watch this. This is gonna be $1 million, okay? They're like, no way. I'm like, yes, it'll be $1 million per box. You heard it here first. And here's why. This stuff is doubling. You see that? My hand might shake a little bit. Here's the year. I'll just do it this way. This is easier, right? Here's the year I bought this. It cost me $85. So we'll just round up, say I paid $100 for each one of these boxes. Okay? This is for Neo Genesis First Edition Booster Box Seal, right? Paid $100 in the year 2000. Okay? This thing is doubling is actually doing better than that. It's doubling every 2 years. So 2 years later, it went to 200, say. And then 2 more years, it went to 400. See, just every 2 years, it's doubling. So you get down another 2 years, it's 800. That's double of 400. See how this works? How this math works? So at 2010, now it's 1600. Then 2 more years is 32. Then 64. Then 12,000. Then 25,018, right? And in the year 2020, it's $50,000. So right now on eBay, one sold for $60,000, and people are listing it for $100. Okay, and that's the year 21. So that's more than this. It's actually basically this. So we're a year ahead of ourselves. Okay, but just say we'll just keep saying it doubles every 2 years. So look at this. In 2024, it's gonna be $200,000. Look what it's going to be in 2030, which is 9 years from now. It's going to be $1,600,000. That means actually in 8 years from now, which is in 2029, it's going to be $1 million because it's going to be somewhere in this range. That is the power of Pokemon. That's why I invest in the Pokemon, because it goes up so fast because the demand's so high. And there's people paying money for this. Somebody bought one for $60,000, okay? That's higher than $51,000, okay? And people have them listed for $100,000, which is way ahead of 2022 because we're still in the beginning of 2021. At 2022, it might be $200,000. So it's even doing better than going up. It's even doing better than doubling every 2 years. That's the power of Pokemon. Anybody says otherwise, tell them to watch this end of this video and I'll explain it to them like I just did. Now, obviously different boxes go up different times. I mean, look at Flashfire, how fast it went up, okay? You know, everything is not going to be exactly like this. This is an old box, you know? But that's what it's doing. That's why I started investing in Pokemon. I actually did the math. As you watch some of my old videos, if you watched, you know, some of my first videos, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I go over some of this stuff, you know? And that was a year ago, and the prices were a lot cheaper. You know, I had a chance to sell either one of these booster boxes back when they were right around here, a few years ago when my daughter, right before she started med school, and they were $8,000 a box. $8,000 is what they were going for. Now look at the price of them. Anyway, I think I've beat this to death. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. And I just want to show you the power of Pokemon. It's pretty awesome. Bye.